Welcome to the show that talks about Tulsa, people making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews, spotlighting local businesses to cover important issues within the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. Hosted by Mr. Charles Harper and Miss Molly Wilson.
Oh, I love it. Good afternoon. Welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, and on www.KBOB899.com, or tuning in to any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Mr. Molly.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, November 9th, 2022. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media networks, powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting show, you guys. You better call your mom and them and tell them you can call in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
So on today's show, the medical report with Dr. Andre Perdue. His topic, Black men in white coats, is and why you should support.
Yep. Did you exercise your right to vote? We'll talk about the election results and have updates on two of our special guests that we had on the show, Councilwoman Lori Decker Wright and Judge Tanya Wilson.
And of course, our Hump Day hot topics, which are boycotting the NBA, the Kyrie Irving situation. Have you heard about it? And investigation into ballot irregularities in Tulsa elections. Find out what? Birthdays and more.
Man, we got a hot show today. This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media. How about World One Development? Call your friends, y'all. We'll be right back.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1120 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Fitting Back In Integration Program designed to help those released from to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or know needs help with resources in career development and housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media networks, powered by World One Development.
And we are back. So News You Can Use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we needed to hear about those things, one, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
I'm Charles Harper, Executive Director of World One Development, which includes Fitting Back In, EduRec Youth and Family Fun Center, 36th Street North Event Center, and Home Community Support Coalition. My job, because the world wants to know, is financial stability and infrastructure for all of our community development projects. And I am so excited and so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Molly Wilson, Executive Director of Operations for World One Development. And my job is creating, monitoring, and enforcing protocol for each of our community development projects. I am also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other platforms, please feel free to inbox me on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I am also excited and elated to be one of the creators of this show.
Damali, how you doing today?
I'm doing well.
It is hump day.
Finally.
Hey, let me tell y'all, there's a lot of people listening in. Of course, I'm going to give some shout outs, but I can tell you it is a reason why they call it hump day, because it does take a little effort to get over the hump.
Man, a little bit of effort.
Are you getting over the hump today?
I'm trying to, just kind of in that middle of the road. I got this to do and that to do, but hey, working it out.
I know. And what is going on with this weather?
I can't figure it out. Can't figure it out for nothing.
Is it a song that like, it's tricky, it's tricky, tricky. Oh, here we go. No, it's not tricky to rock around.
Stop.
It's tricky with this weather. I mean, you come out early.
Not bomb.
You come out early in the day and you try to do like it's clear skies and it feels kind of warm. So you're like, oh yeah, let me put on my short sleeve shirt. By the time you change and come back out, the clouds are out.
Exactly.
Rain,
and it's cool and it's kind of windy and
wind
like, what is going on?
And I don't know, this just might be me, but I think the squirrels in my yard was
like, they probably were. And they probably was giving each other high five.
And hit my thing like, see, y'all playing games out here. But we're gonna be all right. It is a lot of people out and about. Y'all be careful out there. Be cool.
Be careful. Watch
careful.
out.
Yeah, because it is.
You heard the horn blow.
Yeah, you're the horn. That's what's going on hump day. But let's do this because we got a loaded show, man. We got a lot of people tuning in. Before we jump to this thing, I would like to appreciate our first responders, our healthcare professionals, our food providers, and restaurant workers and essential workers for their services on the front lines during this time. It's great how organizations and churches in the community still come together during this epidemic. Damali,
yes,
the epidemic is still not over.
It is not.
Even though it kind of seems like it is, because it's football and now also basketball and baseball and all of that. It's still lingering around y'all ankles. So
not the ankles.
Around your ankles.
What about the flu?
Man,
does anybody remember the flu?
I know, right? We ain't talking about it, but know what they are doing flu shots.
Folks getting their flu shots.
Time.
Yeah, it is. It's time flu.
Yeah. People still getting that. It's just JB young. You know, that's see when you're young, you in your 40s, you don't think about the flu shot, but you past them 50s, hit me with it. You know, that old flu shot. Yeah, man. See, when you get older, it's all about maintenance.
Right.
On time.
And making it stay healthy. Yes.
When you get 50, you got to take care of your maintenance.
Got your joints glued.
Right.
The oil change and the tune-up. If you miss it, you start to feel it a little bit sooner.
Squeaking and squawking. We don't want to do that.
I mean, it's like I was talking to my daughter earlier, and she said, they wasn't feeling well, her and my granddaughter. And there's a doctor, they have doctors today, but I was like, she was like, it ain't COVID. I said, so what is it?
Right.
And she was, I don't know, but they was going out, but the flu is not even a word anymore.
Yeah.
Right. That's something, COVID threw everybody off. A lot of people, the hospitals was full, but now you got to get back to your regular routines now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get that physical, because you know me, I got the little white coat thing. As soon as I get in there, my blood pressure is 200 over 200.
So funny.
I'm telling you.
Really?
Because in my mind, they finna give me some medication. In my mind, I'm going into
funny. I don't even think about that.
They be like, breathe slow. My heart beat like 90 times. That's when I know.
What's the white coat?
The white coat is when they come in.
Syndrome.
The white coat syndrome. That's for real.
It's over with.
Yeah.
Some people, I be at home. See, I check my stuff at home. When I'm at home, I'm normal.
Yes.
But I think what happened like a few years ago, I was in there, calm, cool, and collected, and the lady said, man, we got to give you this medication. I was already not taking nothing.
Nada.
I will stop eating Louisiana hot sauce for a little while.
Right.
But I ain't going to just jump in on medication like that.
Yeah, not going to
But anyway, y'all just be careful out there, because we do appreciate our first responders, because these people that are in the hospital, our firemen and our police and all that, they're responding to a lot out here, man. So let's continue to be kind and courteous to them.
Absolutely. So today we're going to talk about a little bit about, yesterday was election day.
It was.
And I actually voted. I got out there and exercised my right to vote. Saw Charles exercise his right to vote. And we did a video last night encouraging everyone else to exercise their right to vote.
Absolutely, man. And it seemed like, to me, it was just a little intense all over the U.S.
Oh my God, yeah.
The voting polls was open everywhere, not just locally here.
Right.
It was like 1 in the morning, and the new CNN, all of them were still going like,
it
was crazy.
Absolutely. And there's still some elections, some districts, all of their votes counted. Yeah.
I was watching the key election in Pennsylvania. It was really intense.
Yeah.
Right. You got so much red, but the blue part still won.
Yeah.
And like, you just be like, oh, how does that happen?
How does that happen?
And you understand, like, certain places, the Democrats are the majority in larger cities.
Right.
And the other thing too is going out to vote. First of all, getting you registered.
Oh my God.
Because there are many folks that are eligible to register. And that's why we even go into talking about folks who are justice involved. Because for a lot of years here in our state, the issue was that those individuals thought that they could not vote.
I'm registered to vote in Muskogee, and it wasn't a hassle or anything, but
yeah,
so many people don't vote.
absolutely.
Right.
And so many people don't vote unless it's a presidential election. I think it's different.
Let me give some shout outs.
Oh,
because
go ahead.
The people, if I don't get no shout outs, they're going to say, see, Charles, I ain't tuning in not another time. So let me do some shout outs real quick. I appreciate y'all. We got first Mr. AJ, our Arkansas ambassador down there in Little Rock by the way of Jacksonville in the J-Bone Lounge. He's in the building. AJ, sign. Hey, share this with all your people, man. We going live today. My cousin Brenda Berry is in the building.
Hey, Brenda.
My cousin Miss Hall tuning in from Arkansas. She's in the building. Alicia Walker is in here.
Alicia.
We got Jimmy S. Foster Jr.
brother.
is in the building with us. We got Maestro Sigalo. That's Mr. Jeremiah Blackwell tuning in from Mississippi. We got none other than Special Judge Tanya Wilson.
Hey,
sister,
Tanya.
our friend. We hitting our heart right now seeing you on here. So thanks for tuning in. She's in. We also got your mama. My mom is on. My cousin Courtney is on.
Hey, Courtney.
Teresa Griffin is on.
Hey, sister.
Mario Johnson, a.k.a. JB, best friend, Big Snuggle. Here. And we got about 350 listeners now.
We see y'all. Hey, what's up?
Look,
what's popping?
We was going to watch parties, and man, we see a lot of secret listeners, JB. They was telling us.
They identified themselves.
They said, this is how they said it. Am I a secret listener? If we don't know you on the live.
Is your name up here?
I'm going to put my white coat on.
Yeah, but we appreciate everybody that listens in. We try to create this platform. We all can talk about real things going on locally, nationally, and all around the world.
Absolutely.
So back to voting. Now, y'all let me know wherever y'all live. How was voting? Because I know that Georgia's in here, Arkansas is in here. Let us know. Florida's in here. Let us know how the voting was going in your city and your state.
I have a question for you, Charles.
Yes.
Governor Stitt, Joy Hoffmeister.
Right.
Did you ever think Joy had a chance?
I thought she had a chance. I thought she had a chance because the simple fact that they both were Republicans initially.
Yeah.
Then she spent off that. So me, I'm thinking, okay, she going to, because I was a Republican, I already got that love.
Right.
But the Democrats and somebody come over, so I'm going to get that love. And I think she probably had a strategic plot. It didn't happen at all like that.
Well, if you watch TV and all the ads and stuff, you would think she had the.
I didn't think it would. And for people listening in all around, this was our governor's race here in the state of Oklahoma, and it was.
And I thought it would be a lot closer than what it was.
Too,
and so I was really surprised that it was so.
It was a major gap there. He just
took
off and never looked back.
No.
And the biggest to me is this: I think whenever it's a landslide like that, I think it's a bigger gap for even when it's time for him to be up again. That's normally it's not that.
Does that translate to some people didn't get out and vote again though?
You know what, and that's what I've seen from looking at the numbers and stuff. It just seems like a lot of folks just didn't get out to vote. A lot of people, for whatever reason, hang their hat on presidential elections and don't really realize that the folks that you're voting in now in these midterms,
super important.
They are the folks that are creating the laws and the ordinances that are going to govern you where you are from now until next election,
and determines who controls the House
and the Senate,
and the Congress, and all that, man.
All of that.
That's where all the laws and all the stuff is done at.
Yeah, I said it when I voted yesterday. You just have to understand, just look at this. Your governor is the CEO of your state.
That's right.
You just want to break it down. So all of the money, anything that's going on, your education, your superintendent vote, all of that stuff, all flow to your governor, one stroke of a pen. So that's a very, very powerful position in your state. So,
and that's why we always say, you cannot complain if you don't get out and vote.
Right.
If you don't vote and don't exercise your right, because some of these races come down to, like the race example with Judge Wilson. It came down to 1,200 votes.
Yeah.
1,200 votes.
A little bit. We didn't see the final, but it was like
in that neighborhood.
And so many people, it's like over 160,000 people got out to vote. That is a lot of people
for a judge race,
and what I do love about that too, she's on, say hey as well. And we actually went out to her watch party, and she was a special guest here, which we love.
Right.
Came out and hung out with us and told us her platform, and just being there and watching that process. One thing I can say about Judge Tanya Wilson is that to me, if I was going to be in politics, I would run and operate the way that she does.
Right.
In professionalism, excellence, and doing things the right way, not muddying no water. To me, that is what would make it good. But a lot of times it's not like that. People cutting signs, stealing signs. It's all kind of stuff.
A lot of politics.
Yeah, it's just too much.
Gets really dirty and really nasty.
So she didn't lose by a lot, did she?
No,
not by a lot. No,
that's like losing by nothing. Right. Almost.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's that close.
Right.
When you think about 160 to 170,000 votes, then when it comes down to 1 or 2,000,
right,
that's really just one precinct.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
somebody would miss the party.
Yeah.
Somebody.
And so that's what we keep saying. You know, guys, it is very, very, very important that you, first of all, if you have teenagers that are, graduating high school and stuff, get individuals signed up and registered to vote so that they are, helping, because everything that they do, it governs what we are as citizens, what we are actually able to do, our freedoms and what we're allowed to do, on our day-to-day life, in our day-to-day lives. It governs that. So we want to make sure that we're getting folks in who represent what our values, our principles, and what it is that we stand for.
Quick shout outs real quick. Mario said, I'm here. Tanya said, hey, family, what's going on, family? My cousin Courtney said she came in a little late, but hey. Anthony's in the building as well. My cousin, she said, hey, enjoy listening to you all. Keep up. Thank you. Brian just tuned in. What's going on, Uncle Brian? Jessica Brown out of Arkansas, down there in the B-Town. Y'all know about the B-Town. Okay. Checking in from Arkansas. Michael Brewer is in the building with us. Let me say it. Let me read this. I'm trying to keep the listeners in here. So Big Snuggles, he probably say, man, when you charge, just call me Mario. You want to read that? Go ahead, Damali.
So Mario says, I'm really afraid in Georgia. Our generation didn't show up at all. Stacey Abrams lost, and Warnock, he's going to be a runoff with Herschel Walker. Herschel got more votes. Georgia is in trouble.
Wow. And Georgia was something different during the presidential race. You see how it can just kind of
flips.
I read a story where it says the black voters, the most important, why the race for black voters is the most important Democratic primary of them all. There is a belief which is more of a myth, that early wins in the primary cycle create momentum that propels voter support for the winning candidates in succeeding states. No matter whether I think for the younger people, it doesn't matter whether you're Democrat or Republican. Right. It just matters that you are, like Damali said, registered to vote, get out and vote. But if you're registered to vote and you don't go, you're missing the whole train.
And I'll say this, and I'm not saying I like to let people defend themselves, but you do look at the demographics and who are voting. But they said what we coming up like really, really short is the 18 to 25 year olds. Yeah. Like they don't vote now. They will get out and march and grab a sign and chase somebody. They'll do that. They ready for that. If you want to block a highway, they out. It's like the excitement they like.
But they like the thrill.
Yeah, and I would just say, for me, that starts as, man, I have a 19-year-old, and then I got a 28-year-old and a 29-year-old. Boy, it's hard to age. You get old, you don't know how old none of kids are.
I don't even know how old I am. I asked them.
I definitely, from birth with them, have always told them you got to go to be engaged. Damali, how long always voted? What about you?
I've always voted ever since I signed up at 18. I voted every single election, and I won't say every single. There may have been some smaller ones because I had to work and couldn't get there. I couldn't figure out my schedule in order to get. But for the most part, I have always participated and I have always exercised my right, because for me, I understand that there are a lot of ancestors that died and paved the way in order for me to be able to have that freedom.
You know what?
So I don't take it for granted.
Your uncle said he pissed off.
Uncle, what's wrong? What's going on?
Hey,
because the Republicans won big in Oklahoma.
Judge Tanya, maybe she missed you last night.
Hey,
she did ask about you. She said, "Where were you?"
Just keep me off the docket, okay? Keep me off the docket. we there for you.
JB we was in a meeting with JB getting ready for our radio show today. Yeah, and then we took off, so we can say that he was doing some work, and
I'll be working.
Yeah, he was working. So we got to give him a little bit of pass. Your uncle said. Go ahead.
Oklahoma used to be a blue state, but since Reagan came in 1980, we have been red, and it's only getting worse.
No, Brad Henry was Democrat. Governor Henry was Democrat, wasn't he?
Brad Henry, yes.
Yeah. It was red and then blue with him, and then it's been red
ever since.
Yeah, and I'm from the great natural state of Arkansas. And
Right.
I think since Arkansas pretty much has been red since Bill Clinton. When Bill Clinton was a Democrat,
yeah.
like, and here's my thing, Damali. It's just, for me, it's just sad that, the Republican, Democrat, or independent, to me, that means we're going to divide everybody.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like we are the United States of America, but since it's like you have to be divided to exist, to me,
Right.
hurts us as a country.
Yeah.
It
I
seems
totally
like it
agree with
should
that.
be
Yeah.
one that's because you got to think about it. We are the people. So it don't really matter if it's Democrat or Republican. We got to try go to school. We got to work. We got to do this. We live in every day regardless of that. But based on who office, people be like, oh, life is hard now. Oh, I'm going to jail now. Oh,
yeah.
And it's kind of
That's
true, because these people going to pass laws that's going to govern how we live every day.
Have we live every day?
One day, so you want to keep put it in the voting category, and they won't never see about it.
Well, and so that's the thing about it, is we got to change that narrative.
We have to.
And that's the thing where, it starts at home, because I believe everything starts at home. I mean, I don't think we need on teachers to teach our kids how to read. We should, as parents, be teaching our kids at home first.
Yes.
And then the teachers are reinforcing what they've already been taught. That's how I was raised.
And I'll say this, and everybody that's tuning in, I see your uncles, he's in here. Y'all let us know how it went in y'all state, because this is so critically important, because here's the ticket. If our 18 to 25-year-olds don't vote, then it's going to get scary as we get older.
Right.
So it behooves us to get them engaged, because once we are seniors and now they still decide not to vote, we in trouble.
We in big trouble.
They in trouble too.
Yeah. But they don't realize that.
What's up with the scandal? I seen the sheriff and everybody on the news yesterday. Was there a scandal?
We got that.
Yes. So that's going to be one of our hot topics. So we'll talk about that a little bit later in the show.
Did y'all hear about that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Topic. Yeah, I'm for that.
It's hot. It's like, so we definitely gonna get in there. But
so I because we don't know as of yet whether or not, and we can talk about this after we come back from break, but we don't know whether or not how the Senate and the House, what that's gonna look like. So we'll talk about that a little bit more as we come back.
Right, and then we just have Miss Sasha Cook.
Yeah,
just
that's
tuning
Larry.
with us. Larry's daughter. Thanks for tuning in with us. We're gonna take a real quick break, and we're gonna dive a little deeper. We got some breaking news from y'all, so we're gonna sit here. We're gonna do that little slide together here at KBOB for a few minutes. News you can use right here live. Tune in, keep sharing. I'm gonna keep talking. Sasha, thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes,
Sasha, hey y'all. When we come back, what can we do locally, nationally, and internationally to get our 18 to 25-year-olds out to the polls to vote, to get them engaged? Because there's a lot of them running around all over the place.
My uncle said that both parties don't care about us. He said, but we have to vote to make them pay attention to us. Uncle, that's profound.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Damali. This is where I am. All the different presidents, all the different governors, all that's going on. It seemed like you still got that across the tracks that's been struggling. It don't matter who the governor been. It don't matter who the mayor been. It don't matter who the president. So I'm at that. Show me some receipts.
Okay.
I'm at like almost bring us a check. Just can you bring us a check to take care of schools, checks to take.
So but the thing about it is, no matter who gets in there are still, we got to make sure that we're taking care of all of the offices, because even though I get in as president, I still got a Senate and a House that they have to pass these laws and bills first before it even makes it to my desk for me to sign off. So it's still, you know what I mean? Like I might have all these wonderful ideas, but I'm not going to be able to implement everything that I'm thinking.
Hold on to that deal. Out that deal right there. This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM. Simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development. We'll be right back, y'all.
Tulsa, Oklahoma! Get ready for the So Fly Comedy Tour! You love me? I love you too. Lou, get up. Let me see. Now sit down.
Hey man, you already know what time it is. Your boy DCO Fly, baby.
DCM Fly is popping up in your city for one night only. Saturday, December 10th at the Tulsa Theater.
Ooh, turn around, mama. Show. Ooh, boy, all on the back of your head. Ooh. Your boy is in the building. Make sure you get your
That's right. It's DC Young Fly and friends with special surprise guests.
Yes. I didn't know about it.
Tickets are on sale now at TulsaTheater.com. The Soulfly Comedy Tour. Powered by Branson Kanye. Produced by the Pop-Up Comedy Series.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our medium alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 503 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the GO Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, Tulsa. I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa, Jimmy.
We appreciate your continued support and for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, more. We also do custom decor, linen, and services. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. Your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-6.
This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Networks, powered by Whirlwind Development, and we are back in the building. Damali,
Yes.
voting. We got to get these people out the vote, baby. We got to do better. We got to do better.
I know. I see that Mother Broom said that she worked the precinct and only a few people came out to vote out here in North Tulsa. Y'all, come on.
Look, I'll just say this.
Yes, y'all got to do better.
Like with Special Judge Tanya Wilson, she came in,
Mm-hmm.
and to me, it seemed like North Tulsa could have won her election.
Yep.
That's how important it is, because when I went out to vote, I did a live video,
Mm-hmm.
and I said that typically the black vote
Mhm.
determines who's going
The
to be in
swing.
office, because a lot of times it ends up close,
Right.
you know.
Right.
But us just coming out and showing up for
In
somebody
numbers.
Mhm. normally determines who. Here's case in point. That's what happened with the insurrection.
Right.
You know, Stacey Abrams flipped Georgia and all that happened, and then Biden got in.
Yeah.
That all happened because of people coming out to vote. And you see what started happening.
Mhm.
They started trying to change laws.
Right. Scrambling.
You couldn't give people water in line. Now imagine when you go on to vote and they won't even get an old woman some water. You know, that's let you know how serious it is. So our goal is to be able to just employ something to get our 18 to 25-year-olds out. Miss Broom, thank you for letting us know. She worked the precinct. Hey, the proof is in the pudding. She said
I think
few
too,
people came out.
If with the 18 to 25s, they seem to gravitate to things like.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So you got to find a way. I think that's the disconnect, where you have to find a way to get them interested. Well, just like they like to get on Twitter and social media.
Right.
You got to find a way to make them dig deep, because they mess with what they like.
Exactly.
Right.
Mario
You know what I'm saying?
says our younger generation does not care about politics because they believe it won't directly affect them. This is what a young man's excuse was for not voting.
Yeah. So
And that is so not
It's just
true.
they're not
It's
it's not appealing to them. It's not interesting to them yet.
Mhm.
Want me to tell you what I think is important?
So,
What I think may help?
What's
I think doing something creative and fun, or whatever engages them, starting in elementary, middle school, and high school, so that it's already in you.
Mhm.
Because let me say this, man, I didn't even think
Right.
at all. I don't think nobody. Somebody might say it, but I wouldn't listen. I feel like maybe the youngsters right now.
Right.
Man,
right.
I didn't get into voting until I went to Langston University.
Oh,
when I got to Langston University and I was 10 years old, that's when people at Langston, that's the beauty of a HBCU. Shout out to the HBCUs. Boy, you need to vote. Are you registered to vote? I'm like, well, one, I don't even know why I need to register to vote. Where do I go register? I don't know nothing. About, they took me, got me registered to vote, and I went and voted. Now, I don't know who I was voting for, but at least I was voting. But
that's the 30, part one. You voted.
But that goes back to another example. Like in my little, which in a given state, like Oklahoma, you got Tulsa, and then you got Oklahoma City, but after that, you got a lot of rural areas.
Yes.
So to me, that's why I think you can miss out on the voting, because you out there. Now, I'm not saying because I'm from the country, thank God, but you out riding horses.
But those towns are, a lot of the smaller towns still are
determined,
heavily populated with African Americans.
You just said like where I was raised, not heavily populated. It's around there that could determine, you know, who gets in office.
Right.
Well, when Tulsa's only 10%, you go like to Muskogee or an Okmulgee, or a Haskell. It's almost 50 or 40, 60, 40 versus just blacks only make up 10, 11% of the population in Tulsa, which is already a setback.
Let me tell you what I do now. People can do whatever they want. And like you said, JB, my kids in college, I send a text out, go vote. I'm cash apping you $50.
Baby, they first one in line.
They done broke in line. Almost got arrested. You can ask them. But within 15 minutes, I voted. And you don't know who to vote for.
Cash me out.
I'm just saying that's when you can ask my kids. I'm sending liable there, so you know it's true. Whatever you need to do, so that's something simple. $50 is worth it.
But you see what you did? You got them interested.
Interested and engaged.
You put it on their mind.
Courtney says that her mom used to tell her if it has a D beside him, vote for them all.
Who?
Courtney.
That's my cousin.
What kind of sign?
A D.
A D means Democrat. Because basically, you know what happens is this: we do just come up and people tell you either Democrat or Republican. To be honest, when I'm voting, I'm looking at each one because I kind of follow what people got going on.
Right.
What if a Republican does something good for the black community? You
getting a vote? You gonna get a vote?
Just because you Democrat or Republican, it doesn't matter. It matters what they do to help their community, state, local.
I think this thing that Charles said the other day was, what are you doing when it's not election time?
Yeah.
That's the determining factor. You know, out here helping people. Are you on the front lines? Are you trying to make a change? Are you, standing up for those who can't stand up for themselves? That's the person that I want in office. Is that person, that guy or that woman?
Yeah, my message to the young people, my message is simple. It's this. You don't want history to repeat itself.
Amen.
You never know what may happen, because here's the ticket. It's the reason why there was a law that you couldn't vote.
It was a reason why.
African American brothers and sisters, it was a law that you couldn't vote. It was a law that you couldn't read. It was a law that you couldn't ride certain bus. You couldn't sit in certain places. It was laws to keep you from doing a lot of things that people marched and died for that you now can do. And that's what you got to understand and realize.
Exactly.
And if you're not careful,
history will repeat itself.
History can repeat itself.
So right now, so before yesterday's election, we were 50-50 split on the control of the Senate.
Right.
Democrats had the majority in the House, 222 to 213. So, this is a big deal. It's tight. Right. And so that's why we need every vote that we can get, so that, we can try to keep the balance of power equal.
And don't be confused by like everything you hear on every news channel, because I was watching the race last night, and it was a lady who was like, her name is Lake, and she represents Arizona, and she was like down 35%. The Democrat was winning by like 54%. She had 39%. There was no way. It was like 80% supported.
Right.
And there was no way she was going to come back and win that race. But her narrative that she put out to the people was, oh, I'm winning this, and we're winning. The rest of the votes haven't been counted yet. And any voter fraud or stuff like that, we'll investigate that too. But let's get this thing back. And she had never had a chance of winning at all.
Right.
It wasn't going to happen.
I got to give a quick shout out to Council Chair, Chairwoman Lori Dector. Right. That was another special guest that did win District 7 last night.
Congratulations.
Big shouts out to her. Congratulations to you.
Yes.
And we gotta find a way to be more engaged. That's why we did the show where we was trying to connect different generations. We got to get with the seasoned generation, along with our generation and these young people. We got to put something together. Might have to throw a party, JB.
Is Tanya still going to be special judge?
She is.
Yeah, she's still
Tanya
special judge. Yeah, she's still special judge. Yeah, she just was not successful in becoming district judge.
And then this is what happens, because you know how the quality indicators are in Tulsa. You know what I'm saying? So now when you go into court, your knees gonna still be shaking because you just got the report of the person, and you got within 1,500 people that you could have got in there and at least known that you'd have been treated fairly. You see what I'm saying? Right. Representation is a lot. Plus, it's not about all black or white either.
It's not.
I'm just saying her experience.
With
the juvenile, and you know how they do us in the juvenile. We already slided to go to jail. Right. So you know when you come, so for her to have the juvenile experience as a special judge and all of just was going to make her a great
candidate for judge. Yeah.
For judge.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
maybe 2 more years she rerun, and
I think it's a 4-year term.
Is it
for
4?
judges? Yeah, I believe we'll check that
next go round. She's still going to be around. So
yeah, absolutely. You know, and still doing her part to make sure that our city and our citizens are taken care of.
All right, a quick shout out to Gary Barnett. We call him Big Brother Drill down in Atlanta, checking in. How did they do in the polls? He's for Georgia, man. Georgia on my mind. Tough down there in Georgia, man.
Yeah.
They went there.
Yeah.
I think 4 years ago they was this way.
Yeah.
And that lets you know how serious it is when it comes down to voting.
Yeah.
We got to get these 18 to 25-year-olds. Now, we love y'all already. We're going to do something. We're going to do a Snapchat campaign or something.
Right.
Twitter.
Right.
What else they like? And they got stuff. We got to get involved.
We got to figure it out. Social media.
Include that social media piece of getting this thing done. Hey, you know, Tay, the second Wednesday of every month, we normally do the medical report with Dr. Andre Furdu.
Doctor, where you at?
And we still might play his drop, even though he's not here.
Right.
But he had some come up. Of course, he's in the hospital. He does surgery. That's why I have to give shout outs to ours.
Absolutely.
But if he happens to roll in his white coat and make my blood pressure go up, I'm going to drink some water and keep going. But if not, after this break, we're going to get into our Hump Day Hot Topics because Kyrie Irving got something to say.
We got
what it is. This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Networks. Powered by World One Development. We'll be right back, y'all.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back in community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 21 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday, a.m. to 2 p.m.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the all new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
Hey, guess what day it is? Hump Day! Hump Day! It's Hump Day!
Mike.
Mike.
It's the Hump Day Hot Topic on news you can use.
Mike. What's up?
Hey, look, my boy Jeremiah said we're going to have to do TikTok in order to get the kids. I think we're going to, whoever runs for office again, we will do a TikTok, help people be TikTok famous. One going out to register to vote.
Right.
Then we're going to bag up that TikTok famousness.
With a Snapchat.
And then we're going to do another ticket into the vote. How you wake up in the morning, how you get to the polls, how you do your thing. We're going to let y'all be TikTok famous if we need to do that to save our lives, because our lives are on the line because, man.
Real quick, what do you think about Elon Musk taking over Twitter right before the election? Do you think it had influence?
No, not really. Elon Musk, he's just on a whole nother planet. I don't even know. If you ever listen, you be like, is this an alien? No, let me say that off the airway. Elon Musk, he's just a different kind of cat. If you ain't ever listen to, but you know what? He's really brilliant too.
Yeah.
He's really smart.
Yeah.
He's setting up a shuttle to go to the moon. So you gonna hang out on the moon for.
Who else does
That's
that?
a different kind of way of thinking. So you're just a different kind of
Michael Brewer said, I think they need to take the vote party off the ballot so that it will make people go and look at the people that they're voting for. You know, I think that's good.
Man, that's a good suggestion.
Yeah.
I think they should have the ballot should have like a picture and a little small 3 sentence something.
A bullet. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even know, because sometimes, some of them I did look at and I'm like, this Supreme Court person, I don't even know who this is. Lord help me.
No, so I actually make it a habit to pull the ballot.
Yeah,
and then I actually go through and look at their record. See like what kind of things.
Diligence.
Yeah, what are you voting? What did you vote for? What bills did you pass and all that? And I'm like, you passed what? No, I don't like that.
Yeah, I think where I kind of went, and that's the beauty of our show. We be transparent. It's kind of like the Supreme Court stuff. Stay in or go. So it wasn't even like a vote. It was just like, do they stay or go? Yeah. And I'm like, man.
And some of them I was like, out of here.
I said, everybody go. I ain't nothing good. Everybody go. I don't even know. You know what I'm talking about? I'll put it like this. I have to go off my memory because we're engaged in the community.
That's true.
And we come out.
Yeah.
So when I see what happened with Julius Jones and I see this and this, whoever doing stuff, it ain't working.
Right.
It don't feel right to me. So no.
Right. Right.
I just settled it like that.
All right. So check this out. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. Kyrie Irving plays for the Brooklyn Nets, and I'm sure you guys, if you're off into basketball, you know this. But he's been under fire big time, man, over the past week or so, about posting a link on his Twitter account about a documentary that the powers that be think that it is anti-Semitic.
You're getting really good. You know the right word to use. You went up and said, Lord, give it to me. The powers that be. Yeah.
Can we play a clip?
Let's play a clip of it, man. Y'all listen up to this.
On Prime, I was like, let me see if there are any documentaries on Yahweh. So went in the search bar, typed in Yahweh. That came. Went out and shared it on my platform. That was my night. In terms of the backlash or what people call it, we're in 2022. History is not supposed to be hidden from anybody. And I'm not a divisive person when it comes to religion. I embrace all walks of life. You see it on all my platforms. I talk to all races, all cultures, all religions. And my response would be, it's not about educating yourself on what Semitism is and what anti-Semitism is. It's really about learning the root words of where these come from and understanding that this is an African heritage that is also belonging to the people. Africa is in it, whether we want to dismiss it or not. So the claims of anti-Semitism and who are the original chosen people of God, and we go into these religious conversations and it's a big no-no. I don't live my way like that. I don't live my life that way, excuse me. I grew up in a melting pot, say a melting pot of all races, white, black, red, yellow, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, and you can see the way I live my life now, divisive. So they could push their agenda. I don't want to say they, because I'm not identifying any one group or race of people, but I'm in a unique position to have a level of influence on my community. And what I post does not mean that I support everything that's being said or everything that's being done, or I'm campaigning for anything. All I do is post things for my people in my community and those that it's actually going to impact.
Man, the Marley. Here's the biggest thing.
Yes.
It boiled down to the NBA wanting him to apologize.
Right.
For posting that on his social media platform.
Right.
Because of influence.
Yes.
And his comeback is, I have been educating myself, enlightening myself, and reading. And this is not against anybody. I love everybody. But I'm trying to be a light on the top of the hill for my people.
Right.
So that we can know what's going on.
Hopefully I'm understanding what you said, and I want to make sure I get it right because I don't want to misquote.
I don't expect understanding from a media conglomerate group that sincerely talks about the game of basketball, and then we bring up religion as if it's correlative at times when it's convenient for people to bring it up. So please just be direct with your question so we can move on from this and I can talk about the game and go home to my son, Elohim, and my wife, Marlene, okay?
Am I to take it that this was what you shared was not something that you've even watched? This was, you did watch it, or either watch it or read it.
Read a whole bunch. good and bad, about the truth of our world.
So then do you, I guess, understand or not understand those that might imply that that work had anti leanings in it? I only ask this because the tweet is still up there, so we're
in 2022. It's on Amazon, a public platform. Whether you want to go watch it or not is up to you. There's things being posted every day. I'm no different than the next human being, so don't treat me any different. You guys come in here and make up this powerful influence I have over top of the adultery of, oh, you cannot post that. Why not? Why not?
He's standing up for himself.
Good question. And good question, because at the end of the day, we all have freedom of speech, right? And I think it goes back to your intent. What was your intent?
Right.
He has clearly made it, he has made it perfectly crystal clear that his intent was to inform his people of another point of view.
Every time a black man is successful, and not just a black man, but someone in sports is influential and successful, somebody's always going to try to tear down for the smallest things. And it wasn't really, they are twisting it. And it sounds like the media is even trying to twist it to make it sound one way when it wasn't even intended to be that.
Right. And that's the thing. Even when you look at laws, even when you go to court, the number one thing is, what was the intent?
What was your intent?
And he is telling you what his intent was. His intent was this, and you're trying to turn it around. Now, I know that there are. Go ahead.
Let me add this because Mario Johnson, Big Snuggles, he said, "I'll ask this one question: Did it or he lie? No, I'll just leave it at that." So basically, he's saying, "Tell me when he lying."
You can catch the full interview on YouTube. It's like 9 minutes, and it seems like the media, the reporters, they were trying to make him say something, or pull him into a place where he just didn't let him take it.
Well, here's the thing you have to always remember. When you apologize, especially with media on that level, a lot of times that's insinuating that you're guilty of something.
It was wrong.
So that's the only issue. That's what, because normally if I do something wrong to JB, he had a piece of chicken in there. I was hungry. I bit it, and I don't want to admit. I can just say I'm sorry. It's not a lot of repercussions to that.
Charles don't share his chickens with nobody.
But if you're in a court, you know that's why the attorneys tell you don't talk to nobody till the person get here, because even if you say I'm sorry for any, I'm sorry means I'm guilty.
Assumption of guilt.
It's an assumption of guilt. So you got to be careful with that word.
They tell you that also when in the trucking business that I'm in. If you have a wreck with someone, don't get out and apologize for anything, because it's an immediate assumption of guilt.
Guilt, you can't say nothing. So it's in many areas of life. Go ahead.
So if you guys have not seen, so the actual documentary that they are talking about is called Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America.
Right.
It is actually on Amazon. It's a 3-part series. It is based on one gentleman's, Ronald Dalton is the name of the gentleman. He did this film. It's based on his presumption. I mean, it's what he is saying. So you look at that and listen to that and decide whether or not you know, there might be some nuggets that you can pull from that. I personally have not seen it, but there may be some nuggets. But I kind of, have listened to both sides. Like I actually heard Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, like they are like going ballistic,
going crazy over this.
Yes. They are going nuts.
A lot of woke will say people refer to God as Yahweh. And I mean, from my standing, I never was like educated on that until I went and was like, okay, why they call him Yahweh?
Right.
It's like, okay, that's just another meaning, just like Jesus, God, the creator, Allah. No matter what religion do practice.
Right.
The creator, God, has many.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then
so this documentary has some negative connotations in it, or some things that are viewed as not factual about Jews in general,
the Holocaust,
and about the Holocaust. And so that's what the issue is. And then the NBA commissioner, Adam Silver, is actually Jewish. right? So he was offended, and because he is offended, then that's
Yeah,
why
okay.
all of this is coming about. But one of the things, and I want to make mention of this, one of the things that Charles Barkley said was this. He said, I think he should be suspended. Talking about Kyrie. He should be suspended. He said, I think Adam Silver should have suspended him because, first of all, Adam is Jewish. You can't take my $40 million and then insult my religion.
It ain't his 40 million, no.
Right.
It ain't his 40 million.
So,
and then on top of that, that would take it to a personal level. It's not business anymore.
Right.
And they're talking about the business of basketball and how Kyrie's influence can affect the overall big picture.
Yeah. And so as a result of Kyrie posting this on his Twitter page, he's now been suspended.
Right.
From play from the Blue. Nike has just announced that they're pulling his contract. They're no longer going to be doing business.
It's okay. Kyrie gonna
with
be
him.
okay. I know he's gonna be okay.
But do you think it's fair for someone like Nike to say, "Hey, we're going to pull your money"?
Let me ask this.
Mm-hmm.
Teresa's in the building. Teresa, what you think about this? Your sister, my sister, she's in the
Hey,
building.
sister.
Here's my thing. Okay, Kyrie did not create the documentary.
Okay,
he didn't.
Boom. Point number one.
It was not his original thought or ideal or anything. He's just a person like us that watched it. That's number one. And it's on Amazon Prime. Silver don't have no problem with Amazon Prime.
Okay.
That's where you can go buy it and
go
watch
to the source.
So he need to go cancel his subscription to Amazon Prime.
It's nothing. So my thought is you got to go back to the source. So you're reacting to what Kyrie just posted it, and to a point, I kind of get both sides because he's in the NBA. Adam Silver, he's the commissioner and he decides a lot with the money.
Right.
Charles Barkley trying to keep his sandwiches together. I understand that.
Yeah.
But the question is, here's my ticket. What law did he break?
Right.
Is it a felony? Is it a misdemeanor?
And so some are calling for black folks to boycott.
I know the NBA.
To boycott the NFL, the NBA, and Nike.
We just went through 2 years of a pandemic. Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
Well,
you know what? It gets that gets real dicey when you say boycott. That scares.
They took sports
everybody
away from us for a couple years.
And here's the ticket. Here's the ticket that we all know because we say it all the time. We got more buying power. We don't have more buying power. We just spend more money. So I know when they say Adam Silver, okay, he giving Kyrie the money, whatever, but at the end of the day, Nike and the NBA is making way more money than any of the players, anybody wearing their shoes. If they giving them $40 million, is exactly what they get.
Exactly.
Think about what they must
in order to give out that kind of money.
Yeah, and it hurt their feelings. You remember Kanye West? He just lost his contract.
What's the name of the documentary, Damali?
It is Hebrews to Negroes Wake Up Black America. By Ronald Dalton.
So my question is
3-part series.
Who produced this? Who owns it? And could this be a conspiracy to boost sales for the documentary?
I don't think it's that, but it's definitely we named who wrote it and where you can find it. We're gonna go watch it just to go watch it, but I think this boils down to freedom of speech.
Yeah.
And is this right or wrong?
And is it right or wrong? I mean, so when you're talking about we shouldn't boycott, because this is a money thing. This is what I see. It's all about the dollar. So it's one thing. People are buying the Nikes because of Kyrie's influence. Right. And so that's why Nike is making the money that they're making. Right. I mean, so if we say, okay, if you're not gonna, because to me, I don't really see, because Kyrie never said that he agreed with everything in the documentary.
You know how much it cost to film this? The budget for it was
what?
$8,000.
It's a documentary.
You know how much it's done on Amazon?
What? How much?
I ain't gonna get into that.
Yeah,
okay.
But they won't say. We could be on this all day. I know we got other hot topics, so we gonna
back
go watch
to the money.
It's all about money.
It's all about the money. We gonna go back and we gonna all just kind of check it out and look at it. And next week we'll give our little report on it.
Yeah,
give our thoughts.
All right, so an investment to ballot irregularities is going on right now here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
The great city of Tulsa. We always got some kind of scandal
Always got
going
something
on. So
happening.
what's the scandal, Damali?
All right. So an investigation is underway after a vote that Republicans were not being given city council ballots at a Tulsa precinct on election day.
Uh-oh.
Our sheriff, Vic Rigolato, said that the detectives confirmed that the poll workers at precinct 77, which is at 21st and Memorial, did deny council ballots to some voters from each party. Rigolato said that the poll workers claimed to be following the instructions of Judge Polster. Rigolato also said that the Judge Polster was interviewed and confirmed what happened, but said that it was a mistake. So they believed about 30 voters were affected from 7 o'clock a.m. until 8 o'clock a.m. The election board was notified around 7:45 and instructed the poll workers at the precinct to hand out city council ballots to all voters. 3 poll workers were removed and 2 new poll workers were assigned. So the case is now going to be passed over to the Tulsa District Attorney's Office, who will decide if there are grounds to prosecute.
That's kind of heavy. Now, can I just scale it back to out of all of that?
Scale it back.
What I'm going to hang on to is they said that 30 voters.
30.
So unless somebody lost by 30 or won by 30, it's going to kind of zero it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So in that district, Mike Threll, I believe it was, and he lost.
What did he lose by?
I don't know. I didn't look up his number, but he did lose.
Yeah, but
but
I'm just saying, unless I'm talking about in terms of
right, I get you.
So
he didn't lose by 30, or
I don't know. I don't know what his number was.
Well, he lost, but if he lost by 25 votes, and then 30 people was affected, you got a problem.
You got a problem.
But if he lost by 1,000, then they just need to get that
straightened out.
Is my take on it.
Yeah.
So it might be about nothing, but it's a lot going on with it right now because that's the buzz in the city.
That's the buzz in the city. So we'll be watching that to see what happens and what comes of it, and if anybody's gonna charges are gonna be filed or whatever. So yeah.
Quick shout out to Rod Birmingham down in Atlanta.
Hey.
Texas. Did you know it was in Atlanta, Texas?
I think we talked about this before.
We talked about it.
And I did not know that was in Atlanta, Texas.
No. Yeah, we call them Houdini.
Yes,
Don't worry about the Houdini part.
Right.
Just relax.
All right. So let's hit these other events. World One Development is looking for volunteers to help serve the community. If you volunteer or need community service hours, you can give us a call at 918-380-1493, or you can email me at damali.wilson@world1development.com or inbox us on Facebook Messenger at World One Development. Don't forget, if you're looking to have an event, the 36th Street North Event Center has dates available, and they're kind of sparse these days. You can give us a call at 918-200-9046 to reserve your spot. Fitting Back In is still taking registrations for justice-involved individuals, past or present, in Tulsa County for job training programs that will yield living wage jobs. You can give us a call at 918-592-3500, or you can email Christy Williams, that's KRISTI.Williams @fittingbacktulsa.org. We're here to help justice-involved citizens thrive.
That means if somebody just got out, you send them our way. We're going to help them with transportation. They're going to get $250 a week stipend, and we're going to help them get their life back in order for the holidays so they don't have to just sleep on your couch and be moping and complaining. We got a program just for them, men and women. Tulsa County.
Oasis Fresh Market is open 8 o'clock a.m. until 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 8 o'clock a.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. on Sundays. So make sure you stop by for all of your grocery needs. A children's fund has been set up for the surviving children of Sherry Gamble Smith. You can donate at www.paypal.com/PayPalMe/honoring Sherry. Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever is scheduled to begin nationally.
What?
Yes, and in the United States on Friday, November the 11th.
Damali do this with me.
Hey.
Let me tell you something, Damali.
Hey, Wakanda is back.
I just never could get into Wakanda. Every time I tried to watch it, I fell asleep.
JB,
I don't know.
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know.
You watched it at the wrong time. You went. No, what happened?
You must have watched after you went to Wanda J's or something.
I
tried to watch it. You know what?
Them pork
Maybe
chops.
so.
Yeah.
Wanda J's pork chops and
Don't do
Wakanda
that.
don't go
But
together.
I try to watch that thing like 3 or 4 times. And every time I would catch myself sleep.
It gets into some parts that is, it
Yeah.
pulls you in, and it's a story to tell.
Yeah.
And
I
so-
was wide awake,
oh,
wide-eyed, bushy-tailed
boy.
for the whole thing.
I
Didn't
can't wait
miss
to
a
Are you
second.
excited, Charles?
I'm excited to see it.
Man.
I'm ready to see it.
We got to bring AJ out for that one.
We gotta
Okay,
bring him
right?
out. Hey. Wakanda forever.
Right. All right. The Gilcrease Express Storage is having a grand opening on Saturday, November the 12th. It's located at 2817 North Peoria. It's going to be from 10 o'clock a.m. 3 o'clock p.m. They're going to have special guests, food trucks, and tours.
Hold up. Food trucks.
Food trucks.
Hey, y'all. We always get y'all on the food. The food
Okay.
truck. Hold on. This is going to be Sugar Bears. I had to go identify. I researched. I knocked on this door. Sugar Bears is going to be there. It's going to be a good time. We'll see you there.
This is a new state-of-the-art climate-controlled storage facility, 24-hour security monitoring and video surveillance. It's just minutes from downtown Tulsa. It's located right in North Tulsa,
Yes.
in the north, and it's right off the expressway. So you can park cars there, boats, RVs. You have your personal access code. So if you guys are looking for a storage facility, hey,
It's
we
nice.
got one
It's
right
nice.
here in
Quick
North Tulsa.
shout out to Lisa, Tony, Jess, tune in.
Hey, hey.
Tell more. Bless you guys. Keep serving the community. Thank you
Oh,
so
thank
much.
you.
News you can use is here. We serve.
All right. My good friend, Pastor Jay, called me and have this exciting thing going on, and we all need to attend.
Who is Pastor J?
Pastor Jamal Dyer.
Oh, that's the man with the
Yes,
master plan.
over
Shout out to
at
Pastor
Friendship
J.
Church. So there is something called Voices for the Heart. It's a community-based event for the Tulsa area about the silent killer in the African American community, which is heart disease.
Shoot, you scared me when you said silent killer, girl. There's some stuff going on. Scared me to say silent killer.
Right.
No, I'm just playing.
So there's going to be a conversation happening about heart disease on November 16th at 7 o'clock p.m. You can attend virtually or in person at Friendship Church, which is located at 1709 North Madison Avenue. They're going to have a special guest speaker, Dr. Fergus of Mount Sinai Heart Center for Cardiovascular Disparities.
Good stuff.
This is going to be sponsored by Friendship Church and the New Jerusalem Baptist Church. So, you guys, we have posted a link on our Facebook page because you do need to register so they can know how many folks to expect. And you can either do it virtually or in person. So they need to know that as well so they can know how to accommodate you. But I think it's very good, and it's a very good conversation. We continually talk about heart disease, and high blood pressure and all of that. So this is something you need. You don't want that.
You know what I thought about?
What's that?
When you said silent killer, I thought you were saying, how
Like
no,
that.
when they be in the jungle with them things, blowing them little things with poison in, go.
Boy,
No, that's what I thought about. I thought somebody
They
was
be
up in
getting
trees
him.
and blowing them needles in your neck.
He
no
ain't playing. We serious.
heart disease.
I'm with him on that silent
Yes.
killer.
Silent
Look,
killer.
Here he
North
come.
Tulsa.
There you-
Here he sound like.
And you gone. Don't say silent
That's
killer.
all you heard.
That's what their promotion.
Some they scaring people. They
Okay,
gotta find something else.
I'll have a
The
talk
dude
with
with that
Pastor
straw.
Jay.
How they
I'll-
do it, JB? How the sound make?
Listen,
And you gone down, baby. Hit you right in the neck. It ain't that. Shout out to Pastor
It's
Jay.
not that.
The ship is doing
Yeah.
something great. Hey, Jolie says she's just not tuning in. She's going to have to go back and watch the replay. She
Yes.
love you, Jolie.
Hey,
Thanks
Jolie.
for tuning in.
Yes. Yeah, Courtney, get your cousin. I don't know what's wrong with
I
her.
know, right?
All right. Giving Thanks at Oasis is happening on Saturday, November the 19th from 12 o'clock p.m. until 3 o'clock p.m. They're located at 1725 Peoria. You can expect grocery, free food, live entertainment. Sugar Bears will be back. There's going to be face painting, vendors, and the Divine Nine is showing up once again.
Hey, I think we're going to step this
Yeah.
time. See, last time we just took pictures, so we had to serve first, but this time we're going to
Yeah, you might do a little something,
stroll together.
Yeah, okay. And the first responders are going to be out.
I like how y'all flip that.
Mm.
Thanksgiving, giving thanks.
Yeah.
Giving thanks.
That's
baby.
pretty swift.
Yes.
Hey, I don't know if y'all been, everybody listening in, people be coming in from Kansas City, Texas, Arkansas, and everywhere. So be local to come out to have a good time with us, man.
Absolutely.
We turn it up.
And y'all saw what happened at the trunk or treat.
Yeah.
So it was
He ran, Wakanda came out and then ran because it's the debut of the movie coming up tomorrow. But he was at Oasis with us.
right. All right. Pop-up series presents the Soulfly Tour 2022. It's our friend DC Young Fly and Friend happen December the 10th at the Tulsa Theater. I know you guys are probably saying, why are you announcing this? Well, for one, it's going to give us something to do.
There you go.
But for number two, our good friend CH.
Hey.
Is actually, this is a production that he's putting on, so we always want to support him. You know, he's done several of these events over at the 36th Street North Event Center. So if he calls us and says, hey, can you guys promote, we're going to do what we can do to help
shout
out.
out to JB for putting the drop. Good
so
stuff.
You guys can go to tulsatheater.com to tickets. Tickets range anywhere from $34.50 to $64.50. The show doors open at 7:30 p.m. and the show starts at 8:30 p.m. Again, that's DC Young Fly and the Soul Fly Tour 2022.
And DC Young have been going nuts lately.
He is crazy.
I heard he was in Arkansas and the roof came off and it's still off.
They killed it in Little Rock.
They killed it in
is
Little Rock.
funny.
Turned my little state upside down.
Yes.
DC, get up out of here. Now he in Tulsa. Y'all better get
yes.
The tour's in San Antonio this weekend, and then a couple weeks is in Tulsa.
He's going to be coming in hot, too.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be great. It's going to be crazy.
Yes.
And there's some special guests on the show.
Always special guests.
That's huge, too. I can't say, but
y'all better be ready.
Y'all better be ready. It's going to be a nice night for comedy in Tulsa.
Yes. Okay, so guys, we want to tell you this, and we want you guys to support. We need your help. And we want you to go to our Facebook page. Actually, you can go to worldwoman.com /Uganda. It is Uganda
forever.
No, it's not Uganda forever. It's / Uganda Missions Fundraiser.
It has a good ring to it, though.
That did have a good ring, but that ain't it. It's Uganda Missions Fundraiser.
Are y'all ready to go to Africa?
You know what? I am. I'm excited.
Are you ready, Charles?
I'm excited.
I am more than ready.
Elated?
I'm elated.
Don't do that.
From what I can ascertain.
I saw it coming.
You saw it coming?
I saw it coming.
From what I can ascertain, you must get to the mothership.
Yes.
You know, I'm so happy. It's been on my bucket list forever.
Great work, too. So that's the good part.
They're giving me all kind of shots. I'm taking malaria pills, and I got all kind of stuff going on. So if you're going out of the country, Lord Jesus, but it don't matter. I said I'm going to do what I got to do.
It's for the motherland.
It's for a good cause.
So, but this is what we're doing, guys. Courtney says she want to go.
I know.
But this is what we're doing. So we are actually going on a missions trip. We have partnered with one of the local churches here, New Life. And we're going over to document the missions work that is actually taking place. They're actually building a church and community center. Yes. And so we want to support. So not only do we do work here in our own community and here in these United States where we live, we have opportunities to actually connect across the seas. And so we're going to go across seas and we're going to connect with those folks over in Uganda, and we're going to help. I'm so excited about this because we get to make an impact yet once again somewhere else, and we get to document that.
What I love about it too.
You can put some nails in there. You gonna drive a hammer?
Y'all don't know I'm a HGTV queen. You better ask somebody.
Look, this is what I tell people. 10 years ago, I had an opportunity, but I was like, man, I live in South Tulsa. I'm like, I can drive 15 minutes. It's some hell needed.
Right.
So my whole thing. So now, Edurek, the 36th Street North Event Center, fitting back in, Oasis Fresh Market. I feel like we're doing those things.
You've done great here. Now
locally.
It's time to go abroad.
So now in my mind, they have a church.
Yes.
We got one for Christ. Then they got a community center.
Yes.
Which mirrors Edurek. And now we go and bringing the media, which is kind of like KBOB. So we're taking a model that's working here, that's blessings every day, to try to show them how to do it in Uganda.
But in that work,
in that work, man, I'm excited about it.
So we need you guys' help. We're trying to raise $15,000, and that is going to help us. So the church actually has its 4 walls. We got pictures, and so we're going to post some stuff on our social media so that you guys can see. So we're going to get with JB to actually get that done. However, we actually saw that the roof is coming up. I'm so excited.
The roof done come up. People have been sending in money, so we got enough money to come in. So they're taking care of the doors and the windows.
I'm looking at some stats right there. 15,000 people are online listening to us right now. So each one of y'all
give $1.
Send $1, and they have met the goal.
We have met the goal. $1. If you send $5, we can leave more than them. That would be even better.
Awesome.
Absolutely
$5.
amazing.
15,000 people listening right now. Give us $5.
Exactly. So we just need to finish up the inside and actually do furnishings for the inside, and then voila, they can be up
Tomorrow.
and running and get the. Yeah.
You gonna decorate the inside.
You already
Oh
know.
my God.
You already know.
Here's the ticket.
You know how I do it.
Here's the ticket. We're going to be educating and training 1,500 people over a 7-day period of time.
300 kids we're going to get to touch.
300 kids that we're going to be with. So we're going to be, look, we're going to be doing pictures and video and sending. So if you want us to promote you for helping us, then give us to that, because you know we're going to be live.
Yeah. So we are trying to get this money before the end of November. We actually leave December 1st. We will return on December 13th. However, we will be sending stuff back. So, you know, you guys watch our social media as well as our webs to see all of the happenings that are going to be going on. You know, hopefully we can set up some kind of something where we can do the one
I think we can try to make it work.
That one
Wednesday. The one Wednesday.
Yeah.
Real quick shout out. So my cousin Courtney want to go. Jerica Wardham, she said she want to go. And then AJ said, are you guys going to post it on World One Development site?
Yes, sir.
Right when this is over, we're going to put the link. AJ, please share that with everybody, because we're putting in some of our own money. And me and Damali are volunteering our services all these days over there. So all of the support helps. We leave on December 1st. So right after this show, we're going to post everything. Y'all check it out.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Lots of great theater is coming to Tulsa. A show, Ain't Too Proud to Beg, which is the story of the Temptations and the Lion King, is going to be brought by Celebrity Attractions and Tulsa Way. So you can go to celebrityattractions.com for more information. Now let's hit these birthdays. November the 11th, which is this coming Friday, is my baby sister Kalila's birthday.
Kalila, happy birthday.
Yes.
Hey, her name is Kalila.
Yes.
Double L-la-la.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do my sister. But Lily for short.
See there, I knew it, my man. See, I was getting caught up on the la-la-la. Lila.
Get out.
Happy birthday.
It's your birthday.
November 12th, Radhika Asakar. It's her birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hey, my family said him and Courtney, they're going to give what they can. We appreciate the love.
Thank you,
man.
Anthony. We appreciate
and
that.
And everything is tax deductible. So put that on your taxes now.
Absolutely.
Anything somebody towards your taxes for 2022.
Absolutely.
Happy birthday.
So you can go to world1development.com once again, and you'll see Uganda fundraiser. Click on that, and you can make any donation amount. $1, $100, $1,000, $1 million. If you'd like to do that, we'll take that too.
Absolutely.
Our Brianna Kennedy
birthday.
over at Jackson State. It's her birthday. That's our little. She was in
Happy
Booker
birthday.
T's drum line.
Drum line.
Yes.
Happy birthday,
yes.
Brianna.
And November 14th is going to be Barbara Littlejohn over at Transformation Church.
Hey, Barbara, happy
and
birthday.
Nigel Hooks. It's their
Her
birthday.
birthday is coming up, boy. She's posting pictures every day.
Nigel getting ready to get down through there and have her a good old party.
She
45.
Every time she
45.
posts a picture, she get younger. She about like 32 now. By the time she gets to her birthday, she's gonna be 25.
Exactly.
Back in college somewhere.
All right,
birthday, y'all.
Don't forget, you can purchase News You Can Use gear and conversation on our podcast at nycu.tv, and you can check us out at nycu.fm. There we have 24/7 music. You can hear Damali's playlist and Damali's World from 10 o'clock a.m. until 12 p.m. Charles's playlist and Mr. Harper's Neighborhood from 12 o'clock p.m. to 2 p.m. The Super Mix with DJ JB Smooth from 2 o'clock p.m. to 6 p.m.
No, seriously, I got a new drop. Listen.
It's DJ JB Smooth and the Super Mix Worldwide Turn.
He just wants to put that in there.
He played too much. See, he always trying to one up our show.
No, look, real quick shout out. My cousin Courtney said that her goddaughter is the birthday is on the 11th.
Okay.
And also
Happy
her
birthday.
dad, my Uncle Doug, was on the 24th.
Happy
We said that
Happy
last
birthday.
week. And Jolie said Dr. Ferdu and her, Andre and her will support. Not $1 million.
Happy
She said
birthday.
she gonna take a couple of zeros.
Oh,
Close.
okay.
She said she gonna
She
bag
gonna
up a
drop
couple of zeros or something.
Move that decimal
birthday.
over.
Thanks for the love.
Thank you, Jolie. We appreciate
Writing a check to you said million. You said, oh, put the checkbook down. Let's pray.
Well, and make sure you guys share this, because
Share the
some
video.
people might need tax write-offs for this year. So
Hey,
we get to the end of the year. So and where am I?
Barbara
J-Bone
Lynch.
Lounge. No, the J-Bone Lounge from 6 o'clock p.m. to 10 p.m. and Rue's Love Lounge from 10 o'clock p.m. until 2 o'clock a.m. And we are in the middle of doing a rebranding,
Y'all better get ready.
reshuffle.
2023, we're taking off, flying to the friendly skies like Elon Musk.
Okay.
Yes, not like
To the
Elon,
moon.
though. To the moon.
Going to the moon?
We're going to the moon.
And we're going to bounce right back?
We're going to bounce all over the universe.
Okay.
Just
We
like
worldwide
that.
already.
So y'all, hey, get ready. That's nycu.fm. All right. You can hit us up on any of our social one development, EduRec Youth and Family Fun Center, the 36th Street North Event Center, or Fitting Back In Prison Reentry Program. I'm mixing them up.
Right.
Yeah, so that's it.
Man, thank you, JB. You did an awesome job today on your ones and twos. You was in rare form.
Yes.
Damali, good job today.
Hopefully, Dr. Furdu, I hope all goes well in the surgery that he's in.
Yeah. That's
if he couldn't make it, then you know it was important.
Yeah, it's really important.
I know, in my white coat is in the cleaners. It's in the cleaners. I felt it in my spirit, but I didn't go by there.
Paging Dr. Charles. Paging Dr. Charles.
We'll make up for
leave that alone. That's what we need to do.
Nothing but love for the family. Thank you for all the listeners tuning in all around the world. We appreciate you all. Another special hug to Tanya Wilson.
Yes, thank you so much for tuning in.
Air high five to Lori Dexter Wright, City Councilwoman out there, District 7.
Yes.
Uncle Bobby, thank you for giving us this grand opportunity.
Yes.
And because of that opportunity, because it's nice in this little station, we move on up. This is what I want y'all to think about now. Please consider donating to E Media Services to help our community radio to stay on the air. You can send your donation made payable to E Media Services. We are located at 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D. We're moving on up, y'all. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. This has been news you can use with your boy Charles Harper. That's me.
And your girl Damali Wilson. That's me.
Rod, I see you just not tuning in from Louisiana. We got to get off here for Shreveport. Love all the way out there to Shreveport. Share this video, everybody.
Yes.
That's how you can use with your boy Charles Harper and Damali Wilson every Wednesday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Love you guys.
Yeah, later.
See you next time.
If you'd like to promote or advertise your event or business on our show, inbox us on Facebook at World One Development. This has been News You Can Use. We're at World One Development, Charles Harper and Damali Wilson. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the host and their guests, not necessarily to the station, organization, committee, or other group or individuals associated with KBOB 89.9 FM. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you next week.
Sound. The concrete grows roses and the ashes in this asphalt sprout diamonds. Formed perfectly through the built by a bipolar climate. Tornado Alley may not be where you in your retirement, but the gap is forever home to Uncle Charlie and Auntie Allie. The pinnacle of champions signified by Rod or Darwin Thompson.